Today I'll be exposing all the secrets in the Mobile Games Iceberg. We'll be talking about nostalgic apps from the 2010s, to people robbing stores in Peru with Angry Birds costumes on, to even mobile games tracking all your information. Shocker, right?
911, what's your emergency?
Make sure to watch until the end because tier 6 and 7 gets super crazy. Also, shout out to Taza for making this iceberg. Bad Piggies 2 TikTok ads. Bad Piggies 2 started surfacing around late 2020, and it's supposed to be the next Bad Piggies game in the series. Also in 2020, TikToks were uploaded from Geek Lab with a survey in their bio asking users which art style they preferred for Bad Piggies 2. There were 3 different ads shown to people on TikTok: the classic version, the cartoon version, and the movie version of Bad Piggies. And you can probably guess which one does not look the most natural. People refer to the classic version as updated Bad Piggies. People refer to the cartoon version as the true sequel with probably the best graphics. And the movie edition kind of just looked like a bootleg version that was never supposed to be seen, but it was anyway. As you might guess, these ads blew up because the movie style was so atrociously bad. I mean, look at this. I guess that's just one of the things that Rovio does not want you to remember. Jetpack Joyride 2 soft launch. Yeah, I had no idea this existed, and I'm kind of sad I didn't know. Jetpack Joyride was literally a huge part of my childhood. I remember coming home from school every day and then asking for my mom's iPhone 4S just so I could play some good old Jetpack Joyride for like 5 hours straight. But yeah, Jetpack Joyride 2 was soft launched on February 26th, 2021 in Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. A soft launch is basically like when a company releases a game but doesn't do any promotion or advertising for it. It's basically just so they could get data and change the game until its final release. It was supposed to come out fully in 2021, but as of now, the release date is just unknown. So hopefully, I can relive my childhood soon. Angry Birds Epic late game. Angry Birds Epic was an RPG style game released in 2014, and it's still kind of playable. I'm not really sure. It says it's only available in Zimbabwe, so I don't like, what are even the pictures for this, bro? I don't know. This doesn't look like Angry Birds to me, bro. This just refers to most of the content being locked until the end of the game, so yeah. Cut the Rope series was ruined. I know everyone remembers playing Cut the Rope, whether it was on your mom's iPhone 4 or, you know, on your 3DS, bro. It was so good. But yeah, Cut the Rope has been on a huge downfall for the last few years in terms of its popularity. It's mixed together with the fact that there has been no clear innovation for the series basically since its launch, and the people who used to play it just simply grew up. You probably didn't even know Cut the Rope Magic, Remastered, or the several Nom Nom games have even released over the past few years. It's hard to believe because in the early 2010s, this thing was everywhere. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a popular open-world RPG game. The mobile version earned more than $2 billion in a single year from October 2020 to 2021. Not much to say other than it's a huge world and it's pretty similar to the PC version, so, you know, maybe check it out. The Battle Cats unofficial spin-offs. Battle Cats is your normal tower defense game, but just obviously with cats fighting each other and defending territory. It's a simple concept, but it's hard to master, and it's been around basically for a decade now. And make sure you stay tuned because we're gonna talk about some crazy Battle Cats controversy in a little bit. This entry refers to the 2 Battle Cats spin-offs, one being a clicker game and one being a platformer like Flappy Bird. These are completely different from the original game, and I'm not really sure why it was even made. They kind of got like a fraction of the original game's downloads, and they weren't very successful. Imposter. This literally needs no explanation. You know what this is. TikTok game filters. TikTok has multiple filters with miniature games that you can play. PUBG Mobile. Everybody knows about PUBG, and it's grown a ton since PUBG Mobile. It was the second most popular game in 2018, and it makes billions of dollars every year. It's very popular in third world countries where there isn't easy access to computers or consoles. There has been a controversy about the game being banned in India. However, they literally just slapped a new name onto it and re-released it, so I guess it's whatever. There was also a teenager who stabbed his entire family. I don't really know. Apparently he was an avid PUBG mobile player who was influenced by the game. I don't know. Raid Shadow Legends. I just want to take a moment and thank our sponsor today, Raid. I'm just kidding. Yeah, obviously I'm kidding. If you haven't seen an ad for this game on YouTube, then I don't think you've ever watched YouTube. Basically, Raid has a huge marketing budget, which I don't know if that's even legit money that they're using to pay these creators, but it pays a lot of money for ads, and the game actually kind of sucks. I'm just kidding. Honestly, the game isn't that bad. I've played it before. It's good for, I guess, what it is, but I just don't like the way that they advertise the game necessarily, because they make it look like way better than it is, but that's literally every mobile game nowadays, so I don't know. It's literally just your average mobile game. Music. Some of the mobile game music is so annoying. Voodoo. Voodoo is kind of controversial because they just make cheap mobile games and sometimes steal ideas. They have 111 games published at the moment, and they're often criticized for terrible ads with cringy text and gameplay of their games. They literally have thousands of ads running currently, and they're all just weird. Their ethics have also been criticized. I'm sure you've seen Helix Jump, Hole.io, or Balls vs. Blocks. Most of these games were made by small developers who submitted their app for Voodoo to publish. Some of the people who submitted their apps and got denied actually have noticed that Voodoo went on to literally copy their game idea and make the same exact game without any credit. They also pay their developers a flat price most of the time and not percentage based. Even if your game makes them millions of dollars, you will just have a flat payment. But the blatant issue is how Voodoo rips off other games. Take Paper.io for example. This is an obvious ripoff of Slither.io. Or Hole.io. They literally stole this idea from an indie game developer. A game called Donut County was in development for more than 5 years before Voodoo just took the idea of hole eating and put it in the game and got $200+ million. Damn, that really sucks. They also contribute to the trend of fake multiplayer. You think you're playing against real players, but you're definitely not. Speedruns. Speedruns are popular literally everywhere, including mobile. Cartoon Network games. From Steven Universe to Teen Titans, Cartoon Network has made some pretty banger mobile games. EA ruined PvZ. EA has taken many things, including game development studios, and bankrupted them and ruined them, but definitely one of the biggest offenders is Plants vs. Zombies and PopCap. Okay, I don't think they're going bankrupt anytime soon. They're still making a ton of money, but let me tell you about the history. EA bought PopCap in 2011 after Plants vs. Zombies was a hit on the App Store, and when EA released Plants vs. Zombies 2, it had problems, mainly microtransactions to progress through the game. Some of the levels were so hard that players had to retry for days to beat a single level or buy a power-up or plant that was locked behind a paywall. EA has ruined many games by adding microtransactions, so that's nothing new, but it was for, 2014. PvZ 2 was also only on mobile because EA knew the most money would be made from mobile audiences, and the amount of microtransactions and ads aren't acceptable on other platforms. Overall, it was more Plants vs. Zombies, and it was pretty good, but some minor details kind of, made players not want to play anymore.
Gimme money, gimme money, gimme money, gimme money, gimme.
Microtransactions. Look, I understand mobile games have to make money, but you've literally played one mobile game and you've seen it all in terms of microtransactions. They just bombard you game after game like, damn, I just want to play my Plants vs. Zombies. I just want to play Raid Shadow Legends without a single ad, bro, please. Bloons TD6 is the top game. Bloons TD6 is constantly in the top 3 best-selling games because it's a pretty good game. Also, you can pop balloons for $5. That's a pretty good deal. Gangstar Vegas Piano. Gangstar Vegas, not Gangster Vegas, Gangstar Vegas, is a GTA knockoff made by Gameloft. Famous for making literally like every knockoff in the world. For some reason, there are literal pianos in the desert in this game. Like, what is going on here? Gameloft is definitely hiding some deep, dark secrets in these pianos. I'll leave it up to you to decide what it is, though. Android mascot in games. This is the Android mascot. He's pretty cute, I guess. But the mascot has actually showed up in some games, believe it or not. For example, in Sonic Dash, you can unlock the secret android robot. By the way, this game is so nostalgic, bro. Like, oh my. In Jetpack Joyride, the scientists were replaced with android robots at one point as well. Also, in Crossy Road, the android bot is a playable character. Pretty cool.
What's that, Samsung? Don't nobody want that weak ass.
Dumb Ways to Die video. Back in 2012, Dumb Ways to Die was everywhere in pop culture. The Dumb Ways to Die video blew up, and it was actually funded by Metro Trains to try to get people to be safer around trains, which I never knew. I thought it was just like a funny video when I was younger, but yeah, apparently the message was to be safer around trains. I remember everybody in my school was talking about this when I was like 10. It was like the best thing ever. Call of Duty Mobile. COD Mobile is another game like PUBG where they took another existing computer or console game and turned it into a huge mobile game. This game made $10 billion in 2020. Literally put that into perspective. Warzone and Modern Warfare made 5 times less than COD Mobile in the same time. What the? Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird released in 2013 and it blew up in 2014. And was taken off the App Store also in February 2014. Basically, the creator of the game, Dong Nugent, said that he felt bad because people got addicted to Flappy Bird and saw how people got mad over the game. The game was pretty difficult, so I can see how things like this happened. But yeah, the game took over the creator's life, and he had even death threats, both during the game release and after the game was taken off the App Store, so I guess you just can't please everyone. But yeah, I wonder how this man is doing today. He's probably been through a lot. Ouya. This was a console that literally just played mobile games. Yeah, I got so much support. Like, it literally raised $8.5 million before the thing even launched. I don't know how people were this excited from mobile on their TV, but hey, I guess it worked. Unfortunately, it released and it honestly barely sold any units because people realized how bad of an idea it was, so rip. Balloons TD Battles 2. This is the sequel to the popular online balloon popping game. Sus refers to Among Us, and Baka means fool in Japanese. The more you know.
Sussy baka.
Fortnite Mobile. This literally has so much history, it could be its own documentary. But yeah, based off Fortnite, it was taken to iOS and Android in mid-2018 after the game exploded in popularity. In August 2020 though, Epic was fed up. They said that if users downloaded the game through their launcher and not the Google Play/App Store, they would have 20% off from buying V-Bucks. Basically, they didn't want Apple or Google to take a cut from their in-app purchases. And you bet kids did what Epic said to get some free V-Bucks. Google and Apple were pretty mad and removed the game from their stores, which is the main way people downloaded Fortnite Mobile at the time. Epic then filed lawsuits against Google and Apple, claiming it was unfair. Epic actually lost the first court case, but they're in the process of appealing the outcome, so the lawsuits are still going on almost 2 years later. Rovio removed old Angry Birds games. In early 2019, Rovio removed all their games that came out after 2014, which is all their good games. It made sense that people were mad about this because Angry Birds was like the biggest thing since sliced bread in the early 2010s. They said the games were too old to run on new devices at the time, but shortly after, they put some of them back up on the Apple Store and Google Play Store, but not all the games have been recovered. PewDiePie games. Most people know PewDiePie has made some banger games over the last few years. This includes Tuber Simulator, Legend of the Brofist, and Pixelings. Pretty cool that a YouTuber has had some massive games. Creepypastas. Some mobile games have got so big that people literally make up stories and post them on the internet to scare kids. I found this weird Plants vs. Zombies creepypasta. You have caused too much pain to others, even those on your side. Apparently EA sent them these messages to them. Also, Among Us has had a crazy amount of creepypastas with 145 on the wiki page. Brawl Stars. Brawl Stars is another very profitable, popular mobile game, and I don't even know what's going on here, so I'm just gonna move on. Clickbait. There are tons of clickbait channels designed to get kids to watch their content, who use mobile games as the premise. I hope nobody looks at my plans while I'm sleeping. This refers to a game called Boom Beach, which is like Clash of Clans. And there was an ad where one of the characters says,
I hope no one looks at my plans while I'm sleeping.
Minecraft PE is bad. Minecraft PE is kind of frowned down upon nowadays, mostly because the touchscreen controls are really hard to get used to, but it used to be a huge thing in the early 2010s. Mario games. There are hundreds of rip-off Mario games on both the Apple Store and the Google Store. There's also Mario Run and Mario Kart Tour, which are the official Nintendo mobile games. Even these games have been heavily criticized because they have microtransactions, which can make the game pay to win, or lock content behind a paywall. Where's My Water? Disney hit gold with Where's My Water and made a few more games in the series in the 2010s. This is really nostalgic to me because I always used to see Disney ads for these games. Minecraft PE Lite. Minecraft PE Lite was an app that everybody could download for free from the app stores, and most people forget about it until they see this logo. It was literally just a free version of Minecraft where you couldn't save and it wanted you to buy the full game. I thought I was crazy at first because I didn't see this game in the app stores, but it turns out Minecraft PE Lite was removed in like 2014. Even though it was limited, it didn't stop kids from finding Herobrine and crying.
Check the Herobrine trap.
Pokemon Go deaths. Most people have heard about the safety concerns of Pokemon Go. Back in 2016, when Pokemon Go was huge and blew up, stories came out about people getting hurt while searching for Pokemon and going into areas that they shouldn't. But deaths also came from Pokemon Go, whether it be people playing at night and getting into car crashes, or people purposely causing deaths. FNAF games. There's literally so much content in the FNAF community, it's crazy. Creepypastas, lore, and lots of games. Unfortunately, most of it is pretty cringe. Gacha Life Corn. Yeah, this speaks for itself. I'm not even gonna get into it. Well, seriously, what is the appeal of this game? It looks so bad. Emulators. There are various programs that let you play mobile games on PC. Pretty cool. Among Us Twitter account. The Among Us Twitter has been known to comment on celebrities' posts and also make some pretty crazy posts themselves. This is actually a great marketing tactic because people are always remembering about Among Us even if they're just browsing for their current news on Twitter, which you shouldn't do. And these are just some of the weird things that they've posted to push the Among Us agenda on their own account, so yeah. PvZ2 mods. If you remembered earlier, we talked about EA ruining Plants vs. Zombies. Basically, fans have coded and made and published their own PvZ2 mods that you can install with new content and balance changes. Most of these mods balance in a way that isn't pay to win, so microtransactions aren't an issue, and there are also new levels and plants added. The problem is though, these creators of the mods have had some drama in the past. Lots of them bash on people who play the vanilla game and insult people who give criticism to these mod creators. Most of these mods also add levels that are extremely difficult and need some crazy 1 out of 1,000 strategy to win it, which obviously isn't for everyone. They've also had other dramas. For example, GoodP2, the creator of the Eclipse mod, has shown to make some pretty crazy comments and has locked down some of their content behind a Patreon paywall in the past, which is actually illegal because EA owns Plants vs. Zombies. Candy Crush Limit. Candy Crush is unsurprisingly one of the most popular games ever. It's also no surprise that King, the makers, want you to pay lives to play more. Or you could wait 30 minutes to an hour, but honestly, I need my Candy Crush now. Dumb Ways to Die 3. Dumb Ways to Die 3 is often forgotten because it added microtransactions and it wasn't as fun as the other games. And it was also 3D for some reason, which is kind of weird. Dumb Ways to Die parodies. There were a ton of parodies being made for Dumb Ways to Die where people act out some of the mini games in real life, informing people on how not to die. One of the most popular parodies is probably from Jen Oda. She was a Hollywood actress who unfortunately died when she was shot by her husband in 2015. Rest in peace. PvZ2 Endless Zone Limits. The endless modes in Plants vs. Zombies 2 aren't actually endless, so good luck getting past day 2.2 billion. Minion Rush Police. There was a popular tweet made by Geek Facts that claimed Minion Rush used to play a voice clip of the siren minion if you used to call the police. This was, of course, if you had Minion Rush installed on your phone, and they claimed 14,000 people died because of this Easter egg in the game. What do you guys think? Is it real or is it some kind of creepypasta? Obviously, it's fake, thank God. Weird Angry Birds animations. Right around 2012, Angry Birds was everywhere. As expected, people made Angry Birds animations and posted them on YouTube and got tens of millions of views. Also, as expected, some beginner animators also tried their hand at this. These are some of the most nostalgic videos from the early 2010s. Like, this gives me like the most 2010 vibe in the entire world. These animations are hard to make though, and some of these animations weren't necessarily bad. It's just funny to see Angry Birds made by somebody other than the original creators. Chungus Rampage in Big Forest. Big Chungus has kind of fallen off the side of the earth in the past few years, but there was a mobile game made about him. Everything about this game is cursed as Battle Cats original English version. So yeah, I talked about Battle Cats earlier, and this is some of the controversy. The original version of the Battle Cats was actually removed from the App Store for some not so family-friendly jokes. All the sexual references made in the original game were changed to a more kid-friendly approach. Now, the kids can fully enjoy the experience. Or maybe they want the old experience back, I don't know. Chinese PVZ 2 ports. Most games have different versions for the Chinese region because it's just a whole different culture, a different language, and it's just overall a very different place. For Plants vs. Zombies 2, a wildly different version exists in China. For example, Chinese players are actually willing to pay way more just so they could be like basically at the top of the hierarchy when it comes to the game. There are also a ton of new plants and levels, and there are literally whole new worlds that are only in the Chinese port of the game, which is kind of sad for the international players, but I'm pretty sure what happens is that the Chinese developers add more content, but that content can't be transferred to outside of the Chinese version. It's kind of just sad though that the mechanics of pay to win ruin the game so much. Among Us 2. Among Us 2 was announced in August 2020. Then, around a month later in September, Innersloth canceled Among Us 2 and said they were just gonna add the planned content as an update to Among Us 1. Blank Evolution series. Taps Games has made over 400 different games according to their website. They blew up off of evolution games where you evolve one small thing to another bigger thing. Cow Evolution, Goat Evolution, Unicorn Evolution. It's literally the same game every time, but using a different animal. Clash Royale private servers. Over the years, people have created private game servers for Clash Royale and Clash of Clans. These aren't technically allowed according to Supercell terms of service, but hey, you can get free gems and free money in Clash of Clans, so what's to lose? Obviously, this probably lost Supercell a lot of money because people would just go to private servers instead of paying for gems. I remember around 2013 or 2014, there were a ton of fake videos that would show you how to get free gems. And man, my little kid brain would try for hours to get those free gems. Also, these private servers add custom content a lot of the time. Awfully translated games. A lot of game companies hire people in third world countries to make their mobile games, unsurprisingly. In turn, I guess a lot of mistranslation can happen, and that's how we get gems like this. Charger It. Yep. Old Color Switch music. Honestly, Color Switch is the most overrated mobile game ever, and I'm not sorry I said that. But yeah, the old Color Switch music was kind of a bop. But they changed it to this. Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but it is what it is. Alex Bird. Alex Bird is an inside joke in the Angry Birds community, and he was made by an Angry Birds fan. Apparently, he's from Bosnia. He's good at rock climbing, and he's legal when it comes to all aspects. I don't really get this one. I don't know. Trollface Quest. Trollface Quest was like a 2015 game. A lot of YouTubers like Markiplier played it. Honestly, it looks pretty bad, so I wouldn't recommend it. Badpiggies.com. I couldn't find any information about this. But get this, before Bad Piggies was made by Rovio, badpiggies.com was a website where you could adopt guinea pigs. I don't know why, but that's just funny to think about. I don't know if this is true or not because I couldn't find any info on it, but I hope it's true. Plague Inc. HIV Scenario. Plague Inc. is a game about managing a world virus that you create and mutating the virus as time goes on. One of the most popular diseases is probably HIV/AIDS, which was an unused scenario as it's not in the official game. It was probably cut because Plague Inc. might have had a higher age rating in some countries, as it's a pretty controversial virus. Game Boy games count as mobile games. Not much to see here. I mean, Game Boy, Game Boys are mobile, so I guess mobile games, Teams of Fortress 2. Yeah, you heard that right. Teams of Fortress 2 was a Team Fortress 2 copy. The game was removed from app stores pretty quickly. I'm sure you can see why. But according to the developers, Valve gave them permission to put it back on the App Store. I don't know how true that is because the game hasn't really been seen since July 2021, where they uploaded like a video that it was coming back, but they actually deleted that video and no mention has been made of it coming back. So I'm not really sure like if Valve has even like let them put it back on. I don't really know, bro. Default mobile games. I don't know why this is so far down the iceberg, but yeah, some phones have pre-installed games. This is mostly for Android phones, and for Android, some companies might get paid to put like smaller mobile games onto their phones when people buy them. Google also has had Easter eggs in their operating system for years, playable through the Settings app. One of the most popular ones is Lollipop Land, which is the Flappy Bird knockoff. As if you haven't played Flappy Bird enough. Moscow Life Simulator. I'm pretty sure this game wasn't actually ever real, it's just like a photoshopped image, but Moscow is Russia's capital, and Moscow Life Simulator has some pretty interesting stuff going on the store page, so I'm just gonna move on. NSFW games. Yeah, there's a whole app store dedicated to NSFW games. That's basically it.
Where do I get it?
Pixel Gun 3D Ghost Girl. This is a first-person shooter with Minecraft-like graphics. This refers to a random girl on top of a random roof in Pixel Gun 3D. I don't know why this is here.
Is a female talking to?
Infinite games have limits. Games like Temple Run and Subway Surfers do have hard-coded limits into the game. It's just people don't necessarily know them. Most people think that these infinite games are actually infinite, but they're not. Some people have theorized that a single game of these runners could last up to a few years, which still technically is not infinite, so you're not gonna get me this time. Angry Birds Transformers Virus. In 2014, Angry Birds Transformers came out, and there was an APK file, which is a downloadable Android file, going around at the time, which contained a virus. Once you installed it and opened it, a message would pop up and say obey or be hacked. It would also send a text to all of your contacts saying the same thing. Honestly, it's a very weird virus, and I'm not sure if the people actually got hacked, but maybe they did, I'm not sure. Chinese Angry Birds games. A lot of people might not know this, but just like PVZ2, Angry Birds has a ton of Chinese-only content. I really don't get why certain countries have like so much content compared to other versions, but I don't know. Plague Inc. The cure made in response to COVID-19. During the huge worldwide pandemic that we had a few years ago, Plague Inc. received a huge DLC called The Cure, where players tried to cure the world after a huge pandemic. That sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? Every Pixel Gun 3D asset is stolen. So this came as a huge shock that almost everything in Pixel Gun 3D may or may not be stolen from other games, other people, everything. This Minecraft skin from planetminecraft.com literally shows the same exact skin as the campaign character in Pixel Gun 3D. The skin was uploaded on July 8th, 2012, and you can clearly see that they are the same design. Even more, the creator of this skin confirmed that Pixel Gun World stole the artwork and the skin from him and put it into their game without any permission or any acknowledgement. And just to make it clear, this skin came out way before Pixel Gun 3D. So yeah, it's an obvious copy. It's not new that Pixel Gun has stolen many concepts from many of their maps as well. They have a clear Nuketown copy, and other maps have been copied. A lot of their weapons have also known to be inspired from other games. It's also very possible that the textures are stolen because some of them look exactly like Minecraft's. PewDiePie ripped off Vlogger Go Viral. We talked about Tuber Simulator earlier, but apparently the idea might have been stolen from another app. I don't think it was stolen, to be honest, because the idea of a simulator from YouTube isn't new and it's not some crazy, unique, never heard of concept. But Vlogger Go Viral is a similar game and it came out before PewDiePie Tuber Simulator, so I guess it has that. Dumb Ways to Die TikTok account. Dumb Ways to Die have a TikTok and it's pretty cool. I mean, like, they have like life-size costumes, so it's pretty cool. Subway surfers caused an increase of dangerous games. This refers to Subway surfers increasing the amount of deaths and injuries by subway surfing. Subway surfing is just like it is in the mobile game, however, it's very dangerous. I'm sure I don't even have to say that. Although a lot of people die from falling off subways while surfing, getting electric shocked is actually how most people die from subway surfing. Since the trains move so fast, I guess it's very easy to get shocked, unfortunately. But yeah, there have been articles through the years claiming that teens and adults have been inspired by Subway surfers, but it's not really known if they were directly influenced. Recently, there was even a TikTok trend, of course there was, that was inspired by Subway surfers, which is honestly so stupid. Please do not do a TikTok challenge that threatens your whole life. But I did notice that since 2015, there have been way more reported injuries by subway surfing than previous years, at least on the Wikipedia page. So I'm not really sure, but you know, we will probably never know.
Why this game so fun, chat?
Bad Piggies can make phone calls. When you open Bad Piggies on Android for the first time, it asks to manage and make phone calls. I don't know what the pigs want to say, but it must be important if they want to make phone calls that bad. I'm just kidding. The real reason why they need this is to be able to display phone calls while you are playing. Thanks, Bad Piggies. Plague Inc. nanoviruses are real. There's a virus in Plague Inc. that looks similar to the bacteriophage virus. I don't know if that's how you say it. Send Me to Heaven. Send Me to Heaven is a mobile game that was originally developed for iOS and Android, but it was kicked off the iOS store as soon as the developer published it. For some reason, it's still downloadable on Google Play. I'm not sure why. It's been there for a while. The game tells you to throw your phone up as high as possible to get the highest score and compete with other people. This is kind of weird. Like, you probably see the problem. You have to throw your phone to play the game. The creator has come out and said that he hopes to break as many phones as possible. Undertale Mobile. There used to be a fan-made Undertale port, but it got deleted. Flappy Bird creator side fake news. So when Flappy Bird was first taken off the App Store, there was a rumor that the creator had shot himself, but it was actually just a hoax and it wasn't real. Thank God. The creator has actually went on to make several more games. Men on Peru committed theft disguised as Angry Birds. This article has since been deleted, but thanks to the Wayback Machine archive, we can see that people are literally dressed as Angry Birds while committing a theft, and they were apparently robbing a candy store out of all things and stole $5,000 in cash and $40,000 in actual candy, all while wearing Angry Birds costumes.
Su cabeza revisa este mostrador, mientras que el sujeto con la máscara.
And that happened in 2013. That's actually insane. I don't think this group of people ever got caught because they were wearing masks to protect their face, and it was during the nighttime. But I did find a follow-up article about another group. Another two people robbed a supplement store, again in Angry Birds masks, again in Peru. This was about 7 months later, and there's no clear connection to the other robbery. However, it's extremely weird. Like, seriously, who is out here in Peru supplying an infinite supply of Angry Birds masks? Well, it might be multiple people, because if you look closely, the masks of the both incidents are extremely different designs. I laughed so hard when I saw this video though, because they literally took the men to the police station with the masks still on. They even recorded the majority of the news segment with them still wearing the Angry Birds masks. Literally, why?
Negaron las imputaciones.
Talking Tom ARGs. Talking Tom and his group of friends have made a comeback in the last few months thanks to speed, but this is still kind of a weird topic. An ARG is an augmented reality game where people put animated characters and usually put them into real life. On TikTok and YouTube in the last month, people were making videos with Ben and Tom in real life. This is literally so strange. Talking Angela is, yeah. Talking Angela was a talking app made in 2012 and had some very serious controversy in 2013, 2014, even 2015. Most of you probably remember this, but there was a rumor on Facebook that spread across the internet that Talking Angela made kids disclose personal info about themselves, and it was insane. Talking Angela was a chatterbot, and she acted as if a real human was talking, but it's actually just a coded advanced intelligence robot giving responses to the things that people typed to her. Angela was actually supposed to be a more mature app where teens could talk about their life, and Talking Tom was catered towards more of the youngins. The hoax was proven to be incorrect, and there was no sign that Talking Angela was asking for this info, according to Snopes.com. That was in 2013. A year later, the same hoax spread on Facebook again, and apparently a year after that, it spread on Facebook again. Overall, the chat feature was completely removed in Talking Angela in around 2017, and now you only can take care of Angela, and you can have her repeat the things that you say, which is kind of lame.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, back your bitch.
Who can have children? I can't find anything about this online other than a few comments asking about it and a weird spin-off unofficial game called Who Has a Baby. I'm sure you all remember Pooh, the guy who you had to take care of because for some reason he just can't take care of him damn self. Disgusting slob. Games containing You Are an Idiot virus. On Android phones, you can install APK files that are games and apps not from the Google Play Store, and some of these files have viruses in them, and the You Are an Idiot virus has showed up multiple times, causing players to get a pop-up saying that they're an idiot. Dark web mobile games. If Timmy wants to get some free Clash of Clans gems, he might just have to go in deep. What? NSFW geometry levels. Pretty self-explanatory. There have been several Geometry Dash levels, which are NSFW. People use the Geometry Dash assets to make some weird images. I'm not even gonna show you. All mobile games track you. It's been known that several game companies have been sued over the years for selling user personal information as a way of generating income. On Apple and Android devices, there is some kind of warning or note that a game may use location data, and if it does, the devs are most likely selling your data to advertising companies to try and show you more targeted ads. This is not only a huge security concern, but it's actually illegal because people under 13, according to COPA law, are not allowed to be tracked and send information to advertisers. Unsurprisingly, children are a huge demographic for mobile games, so this happens quite often. All mobile game multiplayer is fake. This is true to an extent. Lots of mobile games have blatantly fake multiplayer, but some games actually make it look real. Some games also have a mix of real and fake people playing to make it not too hard or not too easy to the player. I mean, like, I can see that, like, that's fine, but if it's 100% fake players, then it kind of gets boring quick. It's not illegal to make apps with fake multiplayer, but it's not very illegal to advertise real-time online multiplayer if there are only bots in the game. It's also definitely not as fun if you can tell you're playing against fake people because it'll just be way too easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me suggestions for more videos down below. Like, sub, comment, all that. I'll see y'all.
I just let the bank see like 6 weeks.